Today I came up Faulkner Canyon. It's probably about 8 miles from my house, and this is kind of where I'm going to start that Butterfield Trail route, except I plan on riding right out of my house. Right here you can see there's what we call the falls, and then down below you drive on past what we call Gorilla Rock. So I'm going to ride up the falls, and I'm going to get this. It's a wilderness boundary. It's wilderness, and for those of you who don't know, wilderness is where they don't allow any motorized vehicles. You got to be on foot or on a mule or a horse or whatever. Kind of keeps out a lot of the yahoos. So I'm going to turn up that Indian Springs Canyon. I'm going to ride up, and there's a gate up there, and I'm going to try to find the way to where I want to start. There's a spring I found. I was on my Onyx maps, and I was plotting out that Butterfield Trail, and I found a spring way back up there. And that spring has got to be a kind of I mean, the main thing in the desert is finding water. So you got to find water, and I want to go see if that is really a spring, a developed spring, or what it is. I don't think I'll make it today, because I got to go take my 88-year-old father. He's got an online Zoom doctor's appointment. He had his knee operated on here about 3 months ago, so it's a follow-up to that. So I got to go get that. So today I'm riding old Big Agnes. She hasn't been, this is probably the longest period of time that I've ever been without throwing my leg over an equine. You know, since I first got married to my first wife, I probably spent, I don't know, there's probably a few years there I didn't ride, but when I was roping, I rode all the time, and now since I've had the hounds, I ride all the time. So she don't have shoes on her. I rode her barefoot most of the year last year, and she did fine. She's a little long now, and she hasn't been rode. I don't think she'll throw a fit, but you never know. It's possible. And then this is old Ruthie baby. She's a little fresh. She doesn't really like me a whole lot, but she's wearing shoes. If you look here, oh, come on, Ruth. She's walking on iron. She gets a little sore-footed. Last time I packed her, she got sore-footed. So, try to get these two in shape. Got some plans. Gotta get out, make some circles. Jet, I think I'm gonna retire Jet. He's really showing his age this year. He's probably 29, 30 years old. Poor old guy, he still met me at the gate this morning. But I need to find a pasture to turn him out in. So, anyway, what do they say? Onward and upward. I was in Yuma working, and I had a wreck. A guy rear-ended me, tore up my bumper, tore up my tailgate, but his insurance is paying for it. Come on, Fat Lori. Come on, Fat Lori. Come on, Fat Lori. You can do it, Fat Lori. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, Fat Lori. You can do it. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. You can do it. Need a little motivation. Oh, yeah. What'd you find, Timmy boy? What'd you find? You proud of it? You better bring it with us. Let's go. Let's go. Better bring it with us. Lion's killing all the deer? Or is that a coyote kill? Poacher, maybe? I don't know. Ah, that feels good. Well, here we go. Onward and upward. What do you see, Agnes? Is there a booger in here somewhere? Oh, there's water. This is not the spring I was talking about. I hope that lens isn't scratched. This isn't the spring, but they moved all the cows out of here. And that's water in there is just from rainwater. Well, no, that tank's full. So maybe they have this solar working right here. I don't know. Huh. They have a solar right there. One panel's on the ground. Huh. Whoop, there's a booger, Agnes. Watch out for those boogers. Agnes likes to look at those boogers, but she's a little too lazy just to throw a fit. I've got another mule, Lucky Lucy, and she is a walking sucker. A friend of mine gave her to me. He's getting out of the mule business, and he's just a nice guy. Him and I have packed across the wilderness, so I told him, I said, you know, it was kind of sad that he was going to get rid of his animals. He wasn't going to ride his horses anymore, and he wasn't going to rope anymore. And him and I have been on some pack trips together. Matter of fact, I'll put a few little clips right here of some pack trips we went on. So he gave me that mule, and I told him anytime he wants to use her, just come get her. But dadgum, she walks fast, 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 which is great. Unless you've got slow pack animals, you kind of got to match that speed up. You know, you can't have one mule that walks real fast and a pack animal's just dragging on the end of that lead rope. So, Agnes and Ruth and Agnes and Jet, they're matched up pretty close. I don't know. Well, we'll see. You know, I'll try Lucy and see how it works out. You know, I like to take a pack animal, and what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be packing and looking at a bunch of this country. You know, I'm getting old. 61 years old in 1 month, month and a half. Let's don't get there too soon. But you know, I don't feel heck, I ain't stopping. I'm just getting started. So there's lots of this country I want to see, lots of places I want to go. I want to feel what it was like when these guys traveled through this country just like this. I like my buggy. Buggy's handy. It's so much easier. You just jump on that buggy and turn the key, collar up your hounds, and get out and go, you know, and you cover the ground fast. But there's something about just riding and seeing the world at 3 miles an hour, or in Agnes's case, 2.5 miles an hour. I'm sorry, Agnes. But there's just something about it. I was raised riding. From the time I was a little bitty guy, we rode. And I feel real comfortable on an animal. And you know, you get to a certain age and you realize there's only a few things. I mean, I'm no businessman. I've been in business for myself for, you know, what, 35 years. And then I took over my dad's business is what I did. And I did just enough, you know. I'm just no businessman. But there is, you know, and it's a shame it takes a guy this long to realize what he's got just a few skills, and one of mine is I'm good with animals. I'm good with my dogs, and I'm good with my mules and my horses when I have any. So that's what I'm gonna do. What in the heck? That's Jack. Jumping Jack Flash, the rabbit dog. But that didn't sound like no rabbit he was after. Now they're all after it. Let's just go take a ponder. Watch out, P. Nah, they jumped some kind of critter. Hey, you guys, come on, Jack. I'm gonna go right up. This canyon kind of loops around the backside of this round mountain right here. And I'm gonna get up on top, and then I'm gonna be able to see back to where that Butterfield Trail, where I wanna start it, and where that spring is. I'm sure that that spring has to be a place where they visited and watered their stock and stuff. It just seems logical to me. So, I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to make it to there today, but I want to get up there and kind of see the route. I'll ride up here another, probably another 30 minutes or so. I'm getting pretty close to the big mountain. Then I'll ride up on top, right up here. Well, I'm getting a little hungry. I'll probably eat something down in the bottom. Find me a shady place, because it's getting pretty hot. Climb up on top. Then I can kind of look and see if there's I think there's a pretty good route. I got to go through a fence up here, I know. But I don't think I have enough time to get to the gate, maybe. But I know there's a gate up there, and then I can cut straight across. And I think I can probably about, I don't know, about 4 miles, 5 miles, I could drop down into that spring. Pretty sure I won't be able to get there today, but I think this is the route I want to take. This is in the wilderness. There's no buggies or yahoos or anything running around in here, so no tracks on the ground or nothing. I tell you what, this old desert is green, green, green. We have had a ton of rain. I don't know how many inches. My water gauge or my rain gauge is all dry rotted and fell apart, but and I really didn't, you know. I guess I should have some kind of weather station or rain gauge or something so I can measure it. It's just so if I go to the coffee shop, talk to those guys, they'll say, "How much rain did you get your place?" "Oh, I got about a half an inch." Oh no. I don't go to the coffee shop. Maybe if I had a rain gauge, maybe I'd start. Have something to talk about then. Man, look at this. Boys and girls, I think it's lunchtime. What's wrong with you guys? This ain't for you. Hey, Jack! Jack, come on. Ding dong. Leave me alone. Go on, Jazz. No. No. No, go on. I must say, you are persistent. That, Lori. No, no. Go on top of that hill and look and see what that country looks like back that way. I know that fence is up there and then there's a gate, but then I'm gonna just kind of turn back and go back up on the side hill on that big mountain. It's getting hot. There'll be some pools of water, I bet, up there. Coffee. See, I think that spring, I think I can go on up this canyon, find that horse gate, go through it and get up on top and follow that little line of mountains on down. And I think that spring will be in a big canyon back off of south there about, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 miles. I don't think I can get it done today, because I got to get back. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, I got to head back. My 88-year-old father has a Zoom meeting with the doctor at 3:40. Got to take care of him. He's taken care of me for a long time. Always makes me wonder when you see a big old tree out here. You know, where'd it come from? Did there used to be more trees? I don't think so. But you'll find a tree like this and there's always, somebody has always cut some branches off of it. Now look at that. It's what they use for fence posts. They'd find an old tree like this and they'd cut all the branches off of fence posts, or a bunch of branches off of it. And look at that. That wasn't done with a saw. That was done with an axe. I wonder if there's any way to tell how long ago that was. Look at those far mountains way over there. Not the far ones, but that. I'm about to lose a mule here. That rim of mountains right there. Oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, you stepping on your lead rope or your on your reins. Oh, Agnes. And then you see where it goes down. That's where that Butterfield Trail goes through. It cuts through right up through there, goes over there, and then see where that white ball is up on top of the mountain way over there. If you follow that line back down to the left, and you'll see a crack. No, I think it's further to the left. But anyway, that trail goes through there, and then it goes all the way to Cook's Peak. I know how to get through here pretty well. And I know how to get to Cook's Peak. I got to figure out how to get from Cook's Peak on past. That'll be an upcoming video. Stay tuned. What do you think, Agnes? I think I can reach down here. Oh. Let me see if I can get you. Do you have any flex? See if I can do this without falling off. There we go. I didn't fall off. Got skills, man. Got skills. So a cowboy walks into a bar, pulls up a stool, sits down next to this beautiful, beautiful lady. She's sitting there, and they commence to talk and strike up a conversation. He says, all right if I buy you a drink? And she said, sure. So he bought her a drink, drinking, and really getting along real well. And he's single, and he's been out, you know, taking care of cattle, riding fence, and doing all that cowboy stuff. He really thinks he's got something going on. So he asked her again. He said, can I buy you another drink? And she says, yeah, but I think I better explain something to you. And he said, what's that? And she said, I'm a lesbian. I love women. I like the way they smell. I like to touch them. I like their hair. I like the way they feel. I like to be around them. I like everything about them. I just love women. She said, I'm sorry. Man, he just hung his head, kind of shook his head and had a real sad look on his face. And she said, are you all right? And he said, yeah. She said, well, you are a cowboy, aren't you? He said, well, yeah, I always thought I was. Until just a minute ago. Now I think I'm a lesbian.